Hello, 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 everyone. NecroVMX here, and we're streaming PowerWash Simulator again, but we're on Discord because we just don't know when I would be able to get back to this. And I have a few people on with me.
You're not live.
No. Oh, I'm not? Okay, let me fix that. There we go. And I have a few people with me. I have Alice, who you just heard. I have Wayne and Moogle's back there. Oh, Moogle, we just got off the music appreciation. What did you think? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Dude, you sound like you're either the most stoned motherfucker in the world or you're just really tired. Tired. Moogle all tuckered out. Normally I play music when we do this, but since we're just like chilling here, it'll just be the dulcet sounds of our voices. So the next level is the Knit-O-Matic, which is a big job, apparently. So here's our email from Wallace. Our poor Knit-O-Matic is in a right tangle. There's not a moment to lose, Gromit. Deploy Wash Lad to the basement, and let's get everything woolly clean. Now, I believe there is an achievement associated with this level other than just beating it, so I'll have to look at that. If God and the policeman are gunning for me. It's going to be in my head all day and all night now. Let's see. That's the one. Look at this. This is his whole ass basement.
It's like rainbow fecal matter.
It is. It does look like Elton John came down here and had violent diarrhea.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza. The first time I sung it like that on stream and EB heard me, they're just like, you ruined that song now. But they came around to the joke after a while. Let me see what the... Oh, God, I didn't want to do that. What is the achievement? That's you flashbang yourself. Let's see. Okay, so all knitted up is just for finishing this level. Okay. Activate the auto wash for bath time. Because I guess this is where he washes like Shaun the Sheep and shit. Narrowed it, and I got my achievement. Hey.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Wayne. What does this remind you of?
I ain't going there. I ain't touching that football.
I mean, you hear those sounds. Those are lewd sounds right there.
Oh, yeah. Ah, shit. Oh, God.
Macaroni in the pot. It's a wet and gushy. All right.
Target that explosion and fire.
Oh. Allow me, Gromit. Wash, lads. Clean out of the blocks again. I'd best to have a word with the shell in the shell like. Oh, man. So, I found out something interesting when I was looking at... Oh, wait. Come on, please spruce up basement and give Knit-O-Matic a makeover. I'll let him finish before I say what I was going to say. It is Wallace and Gromit related, though. Let's hope Moogle doesn't just fall asleep since he sounded like he's all tuckered out, He's fallen asleep in the back of the car, and we're just going to, carry him into the house at this point.
Wrap him in the blanket.
Hey. You can tell it's British because it's not called a doorknob. It's a handle. And this is the most British DLC out of all this very British game. Alright, so like I was saying was, fuck, what was I saying? Shit. Okay, I started to say it. What did I start to say? Does anybody know?
You said you found out something.
You said fucking shit, that's for sure.
Well, I did say fucking shit, but that's like a thing that I say every day of my life. No, it was when we were looking at where the Wallace and Gromit films stream from and how many there are and everything. And, apparently almost all of them are just on Amazon Prime and then the new ones on Netflix. But anyway, because I was on the Wikipedia, the previous film, the Curse of the Were-Rabbit, out of all the Wallace and Gromit films has the lowest Rotten Tomato score of 95%. Like, most of them are at 100. It's like, imagine that your weakest film gets a 95%.
It was probably Armband White.
I couldn't hear you. Hold on, you're a little loud. That's
It's
what it
probably
is.
the Armband White bringing it down.
Yeah. It's just wild. Like, even the spin-offs, like Shaun the Sheep and Chicken Run and all that stuff, they all had really good reviews, you know. Alright, I'm just gonna... Let's just go back to these stairs and do this. It does look like there's rainbow footsteps. Look at this. Wait, this is like the album cover. We were just listening to American Head. This is like his eyes. It looks like someone came in here and, well, tub girled the whole shit up.
It was the Pink Pony Club between Elton John and Chapel Roan.
Well, at least it wasn't Tub Girl. There's a little nostalgia for you, right?
Up to 5 million geese. Tubgirl.com.
Yeah. Oh shit! What was I gonna say?
I broke your.
You did. Oh well. Oh yeah, the Elton John. So on another server for Scottish Maiden server, there's this guy in there. He's kind of a weirdo. He's like called like Z80 Guru or something. And
Oh God.
yeah, I'm telling that story. This guy's just kind of a weirdo. Like, I don't know what his problem is, but he gives me the creeps a little. And anyway, so he's in there, and he posted a picture of a. I swear to you, Wayne, he says it was a piece of cake, but it looked. Alice, what did you describe it as?
Like an old sandwich.
Yeah, like an old sandwich with mold on it, you know, like pink mold. And he goes, "Oh, this is my lunch," and he posts it, right? And somebody is like, "Well, what the fuck is it?" And he goes, "It's a slice of cake." And then he said something like about like what kind of cake it was or something. And the person said, "Did Elton John fart all over it?" and he says, and he goes, "What does that even mean?" And then another dude goes, "You know." And he goes, "No, I don't, and I'm starting to wonder if this is the community for me." So this is... You said go down. Wait, I'm going over there now because this is where I came in. This is where I came. I know I said that. Oh, God, that does look gross. Oh, so it was actually Scottish Maiden that says, "What is that?" He goes, "It's a slice of cake," and then in parentheses he writes Brita. Then this guy Sauron said, "Did Elton John fart all over the top of it?" I don't know what that means. And I said, "That's a yes." And another guy, I don't want to say anybody's name, but he says, I think you do know. And he says, "I don't. Frankly, I need to consider if this is a community for me." And then the other guy says, "Yeah, well, I think it looks good, sort of like an Eton mess, but in cake form." And I said, "An Elton mess." The Raga Man just blasting off. The prophecy. And he says, "I should have foreseen this." I said, "The prophecy is fulfilled. The bitch is back."
He's still standing.
Yeah. That cake sure doesn't look like it was still standing. That thing looks like it was collapsed.
It's the cake from Great Expectations.
It really didn't look good. Like, I don't know. Like, if somebody put that in front of me, I'd be like, "What is this?" And they'd be like, "It's cake." And I'd be like, Are you sure?
The cake is a lie.
This cake is a lie. By the way, just a PSA for those of you out there: don't power wash oil paintings. You will ruin them.
Oil and
Who
water.
wants to ruin them?
I know William was about to say something about oil and water, but I'm talking about just the sheer pressure of it will blast the paint right off of it.
Or just go right through it.
I mean, because like I said, I've used a power washer before. These things can strip paint off of a wall if you're not careful. There was that one Shrek level where they implied that the mess that you were cleaning up was, well, jizz. Which, according to Moogle, is our biz.
But he's not allowed to say that anymore.
Wow. He's allowed to say it once on his birthday every year. Like Gene Belcher with the beef curtains. Beef curtains, Gene! I'm allowed to say that once a year on your birthday. Ugh.
Yeah, the dishes are finally done.
You didn't power wash them, right?
No, clearly not.
Yeah. What did you have?
What did I have?
That's what I said, ain't it?
Oh, this was just dishes that accumulated for the past week.
Oh, damn! You let them sit there.
Like, I can't letting this sit here.
That just makes it worse too, because then they're like, it's all crusted on and shit.
Actually, they aren't. I mean, they're not that bad. It's just sitting in the sink, and you can only look at it for so long. It's like, yeah, I gotta get this done.
Before you're like, ugh, enough of this. The prophecy has been fulfilled. The bitch is back. I was justified when I was. There's his drawing. This is Grommet's schematic of his rocket. Wallace. I mixed up Wallace and Grommet together. I fused them. They are now Grommet from the Department of Dildonic Devices. And they work with Horus.
I was gonna say Horace must have gotten downsized.
No, Horus is the supervisor now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he got a promotion actually. And you know what they
He
gave?
doesn't like it though. He prefers to be hands-on.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but he does get up to 5 million geese. Up to 5. Yeah. Remember, 5 million is not a guarantee. It's a limit. I forgot what was the text that I got that I said that. Or I said.
I don't remember.
It was one of those spam texts.
Yeah, but I'm wondering like what was the context? Because for those of you who may be watching on YouTube, whenever I get scam texts, I tend to reply to them with some goofy ass shit. Which is how that old guy called me. Because it was this one where I didn't know it was a group text, but it was some, like PayPal scam or something like that. And I just replied with eat ass. And apparently it went out to like 19 other people. And this one guy who's this like old man in Florida calls me. And he's all like pissed off. And he's like, I got a message on this phone that says eat ass. Now what in the hell's that all about? And hey WT. And I was just like trying to like explain it to him like that wasn't like for you. And he's like, all I know is I look at my phone, it says eat ass. Now what in the hell is that? And I explained it. I told him, hey, look, there was a scam text and I was replying to it and I didn't realize it was going out to everybody. And it wasn't meant for you. I was just trying to be funny. And he's like, oh, hell. And then he hangs up. He really sounded like that, too. Like Jed from the Beverly Hillbillies, you know? Oh, fuck.
Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed.
You said come.
All over his face and chest.
Don't tell me when to come.
As up from the ground came a bubbling crude. Crude. That's earth jizz.
Black gold. Texas tea. Oil smells like turds. Remember that time Beavis and Butthead, like, they were digging for oil and they, like, broke into their septic tank and they thought they struck oil?
Yeah, and the Aqua Teens kind of stole that, too. Oh my god, you eat corn?
I think it's one of those free jokes that anybody could use, you know? But, like, Beavis and Butthead put it in a barrel and tried to sell it to their neighbors. Like, they brought it to Anderson. You can get that crap off my driveway or I'll kick your ass.
I also tried to sell him a wire hanger. That was the...
Oh, the Butt Scratcher 5000, yeah. Just because you can't see her butt doesn't mean that you shouldn't be taking care of it. Now what in the hell? Get off my lawn, you crazy sons of bitches. He was like beating them with it. Well, you know, it was that goddamn Buford and Bernardo again.
Travis and Buffcoat.
One of them calls himself Butthole, the other's Joe.
They have a description of these kids? I believe they were Oriental.
Like, how bad is his eyesight?
Worse than mine, probably.
Damn, like, somebody get that man's a new prescription, huh? Oh, I see what the issue is.
I hate going into the eye doctor. You know when they do those glaucoma tests and they do that little puff of air, it feels like it's my
the first time somebody did that to me, they didn't tell me that what they were doing. The guy didn't say that there was going to be a puff of air or anything like that. So he's just like looking into this thing and then it like shoots stuff and I freaked out.
Yeah, it was like a shotgun eye socket.
I started wiling out. I was so pissed off, and I was just like, you know, and he's all like, what? And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And he tells me what it is, and I was like, you need to warn a motherfucker. You can't just go shooting things in people's eye sockets.
Yeah, you get punched during that shit.
Well, it's worse for me because my albinism, I have nystagmus.
Yeah,
so
your eyes are very sensitive.
That too.
Yeah.
But they don't hold still. They have that slight twitch.
You know, and then he wants to do the other eye, and I'm like all scared and shit. And I kept like closing my eye and shit. And I'm like, you know, if you would have just told me, it probably wouldn't have been so bad, and I wouldn't be so freaking freaked out. I mean, like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude?
Or they have to dilate your eyes, and it's like all of a sudden it looks like the graphics of a Nintendo 64.
Well, I had my eyes dilated once, and it was, for me, it was more like, wow, this is like a migraine.
Yeah. And my eyes are already sensitive to light to begin with.
Yeah, like when you have people may not know this, but if you have migraines, it means that everything is always too fucking bright.
I'm like, I mean, I was like wanting to walk around and feel like I'm in Mario 64 and just jumping around, going, woohoo, woohoo, woohoo,
woohoo. Do the triple jump and sparkles come out of your butt. Well, only if you have 120 stars, but.
Yeah.
Dear Mario, come to the castle. I baked you a cake. Like,
There was this one comic strip where it was like Bowser was like, you know, maybe she'll bake me a cake this time. Like, he was like, cake means sex, right? Like, I don't think she's going to be doing that, Bowser.
And then they had the whole meme for that hot minute.
You cut out there, Wayne. What did you say?
Oh, the whole Bowsette meme.
Oh, that was, yeah. People were a little too horny about that. There was this one strip that I saw where they were like, they took like the Super Crown and they were like throwing it into like Mount Doom or something, and they're like, you know, the internet has ruined this. We must toss it into the fire, you know. And then like the lava became a hot chick, and they're just like running. And Bowser's like, I just would like to feel sexy once in a while.
I mean, Mount Doom turns into a boob or some shit.
Well, pretty much it was just like, you know, the hot bitches showed up.
It was legitimate. Vildo's House of Cats.
Dear Mario, do not come to the castle. I've baked an absolute dog shit cake. Just completely fucked it up. So sorry, Peach. Well, that's like the cake that you could make in Paper Mario, where you could just like purposely like put fucked up ingredients in it and give it to the guy. I mean, you have to like do
That's
it.
what that guy made.
Yeah, you have to do it over and over until you get it exactly right. But like, you could make it bad on purpose just to see his reaction. You know.
Your playthrough of Paper Mario.
Purple Mario. That's like a strain of weed.
I'm not even smoking it yet either, too. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was a strain called Purple Mario.
Oh, I'm sure there is. There's a Purple Urkel. And
I think I've heard that
Jaleel White like made it. He sells a strain of weed called Purple Urkel.
Ah,
All right. Oh wait, do this.
he was the voice of Sonic.
Yeah, for a bit it was, yeah. No matter what he does, people are gonna look at him like, "Yo, that's Urkel, man."
Yep. He's so typecasted right now, and he tried to break free from it, but there's just no way.
You ever see the role he had on House?
I didn't watch House that much.
Oh, it was for a couple of episodes where House was in like jail because he drove his car through his boss's house. And Jaleel White was like a prisoner there, and he was like the guy with the book cart, basically.
Oh shit!
So yeah, call me Urkel now, you'll get shanked, bitch.
Did I do that?
Yeah. Imagine he stabs a motherfucker. Did I do that? Starts a riot. You got any cheese? Cheese.
That could be a song title too. Shanked by Urkel.
Ween BC WVMX 96.9 The Dick Smasher Radio. Coming up next is Diarrhea of a Madman with Shanked by Urkel. Coming at you.
In the cut.
Yeah, and it's just a bunch of stabbing noises too, and at the end it's Steve Urkel going, "Did I do that?"
Well, don't forget the blast beats and the sadness.
No. There's plenty of blast beats. In fact, I'll just play the blast beats on my own.
Yeah. No, there was a zombie sneak attack song that I basically wrote by describing it to June, but it was like in a message of like a Steam gift. And I wrote out the intro and the outro, but in between for the song part, I just put in brackets blast beats sadness. That was back when June's Steam name was Rainbow Colored Sex Kitten. I was like, all right, how many motherfuckers came to you like, dude, my girlfriend saw that and thought I was cheating on her? And June's just like, at least 2. The girl I was dating at the time, she's like, who the fuck is Rainbow Colored Sex Kitten? I was like, that's June. She thinks she's funny.
She's
right.
Yeah, but like in that moment, it was like she didn't think it was so funny, you know. It was like, what the fuck? Like, why are you talking to rainbow-colored sex kitten? It wasn't like a big thing. It wasn't like a big thing. Once I explained it, she was like, oh, because she knows who June is and whatnot. But it was just, it did happen.
It's happening.
RonPaul.gif.
Oh no, Ron Paul.
But
It didn't happen.
It never happened. Well, because of the "it's happening" meme, whenever June would have to take a shit or something, she'd say, "All right, time for the Ron Paul revolution." Oh, it's this wall.
That door looks weird.
Yeah, it's like
it's like
off.
There we go.
it's like 5. Okay, Moogle. It's like 5/6 of a door. Well, you don't expect Wallace's house to make sense, you know. He'd be one of those dudes the whole home automation thing would start, but he'd do it all weird.
Yeah, like a root ball.
Yeah. Instead of just having a smartphone app that controls his lights, it would be it would detect him, and there would be a sneaker on a kicking machine that kicks a ball at the wall and tries to hit the light switch or something like that, you know?
And various filters.
Yeah. Cracking toast grommet. Speaking of which, we're going to hear from Wallace any moment now, because we're at 19%. Once it hits 20, he'll text me. Come on. Come on. You son of a bitch. There we go. Top work, wash lad. That dirt is dust. Looking grand down there, ain't it, Gromit?
I heard that too.
Yeah. Well, the fucking emotes, I thought it was Wallace doing it at first, like making... But then I realized that's Gromit doing that. Where's that ladder at? Hey, check it out. I'm washing some fucking pipe.
Washing the pipe. Washing the pipe.
Dan.
Well, you're supposed to.
Washing the pipe. Washing the pipe.
We should, like, see if fucking, Rob Halford's on, like, Cameo or something, get him to sing Washing the Pipe.
Probably enjoyed probably doing it, too. He's gotten kind of wholesome over the years.
Oh, he's always been a wholesome guy.
Mm-hmm.
How about the fact that he, like, created this whole, like, heavy metal look, and it was really just him, like, going to fetish shops? And just,
Yeah.
like, all the
Some people still don't know that.
all the leather and stud stuff. That, you know, that was what he liked.
And he laughed all the way to the bank on that.
He really did, because everybody started dressing like him. This shelf is still dirty. There we go. Alright. Bunghole!
Then there was Pre-Priest, where it had a little bit more of a progressive feel as opposed to the heavy metal feel. Like Sad Wings of Destiny and
Yeah.
Sin After Sin.
That pipe's still filthy. Beavis, your balls are filthy. Go and wash it. Get to the ball machine. Get to the ball washing machine immediately. See, now, I hate to say it, but Wallace would absolutely have a ball washing machine. And he'd be like, new innovations in hygiene, Gromit. There we go. This is what I call the Satchel Washer 3025. So you just dunk your twig and berries in there, turn it on, and you'll be clean before you know it. I know. Something wrong with me. All I could say is 2025 has been a hell of a long decade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so.
Oh, but Alice told me the good news. You didn't tell anybody else the good news, right?
I said on June's server, but
Okay. Yeah.
anyone's here.
Alice got the apartment.
Nice.
I kind of figured. That's what I said on stream. I was like, Alice is not here. I think they got the apartment.
So when do you move in, Alice?
It's there over the next few days.
Nice.
And I'll do the Solitary Ribs.
So it's a good place?
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty quiet, the area.
That's important, man. Last place I lived at, they said it was going to be quiet, but... Well, I mean, it was quiet most of the time, but every once in a while my neighbor would get drunk and get into a whole fucking argument with his wife, and you could hear everything.
Oh, no.
It's like the most stereotypical Pennsatucky husband-wife argument that you could imagine. Just think of every stereotype, and they were hitting all of them.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, it was annoying.
You get your ass back in that kitchen. and make me some Pittsburgh
I don't
steel.
see it.
Wrong side of PA. You're not far off with the things that was being said. Like, make me some goddamn scrapple. Honestly, I live in Pennsylvania. Supposedly is the home of scrapple. I've never even seen it as an option. Like, I know what it is. It's like a kind of a fucked up sausage, and I guess I'd try it because, you know, I'm adventurous. But people think, oh yeah,
Can't
no.
eat that.
People are like, yo, Pennsylvania, you must have scrapple all the time. Like, I've never even seen it as an option, to be honest with you. It might be big in some parts of PA, but not where I am.
Like it's more of the central part of the state.
That makes sense. Yeah, I went to Central PA once to see this girl, and I went to this town called Reading, and yo, no cap,
The streets are red.
the streets are. How you see? You know it. You've been to Reading, then,
Yeah.
or like why
I just
why
heard about it.
why are the streets red there?
They think they're clever.
And I said to the girl, I was like, why are the streets red? And she's like, leave our streets alone. And I'm like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just I've never seen, you know, pavement like that where it's like red. I mean, like it's called blacktop, not redhead.
It's red with the blood of the enemies.
And that's what she said. Yeah.
The streets flow red with the blood of the enemies.
The streets will flow red with the blood of the non-believers. No man can see his own bunghole.
Reading. I mean, you might as well go to Harrisburg or Millersville.
Yeah, well, those are big cities. Reading's nothing.
Right.
Harrisburg's at least the capital, but I've been to Harrisburg. I've been to most of like the major. Well, I've never been to Pittsburgh actually, but I've been most of the major places.
Pittsburgh's pretty nice, actually.
Marielle's from Pittsburgh. She was when I found out about that there was a fake Burger King in Pittsburgh. I was like, I went to her and I'm like, do you know about this? And I sent her the article and she's like, I've been there. I didn't eat there, but I went in and used the bathroom. And she said it was weird. Like, even just using the bathroom was weird.
Fucking burger warlord.
Yeah. Well, for a while, they took the king part down, and it was just burger. Welcome to burger.
Do you have any burgers?
No, we only have spaghetti and blankets. Here's another Mitch Hedberg joke for you.
What the shit?
Burger machine broke.
Yeah, burger machine broke. Well, make mine boneless.
My dad wanted. My dad wanted Burger King one time.
Ugh.
I went in, and yeah, I know, right? And they legitimately told me that their burger machine broke. That somebody vandalized it because they got fired, and they just fucking went off on the machine.
But it's a grill.
Yeah, they went off on it.
How do you break a grill? Well, I guess the one they use there is like all fucking weird because they give it that fake flame broiled taste. Yeah. I don't like Burger King.
I don't either. It's gross as hell.
All we have is chicken sandwiches, and I'm like, nah, it's not what I want. I'm out anyway. So it doesn't matter. Burger King sucks.
I wouldn't have wanted their burgers anyway. I would maybe a fish sandwich. That would be the only thing I would order there, you know? I'll tell you why. Well, there's a lot of reasons why I don't like Burger King, but I'll tell you one of the main ones is that if you walk into a Burger King, it smells like what your shit smells like after you've had Burger King.
You are not right for that, and you are not incorrect either.
Yeah, I'm wrong, but I'm not incorrect. It's like, I don't know, you just like, you take a shit and you're like, what the fuck, Whoppers? It smells exactly the same coming out than it did when they were cooking it.
I mean, probably tastes about the same too.
White Fang. Wait, that's a real book. extra electronics for dogs. And what is this one? Famous Bones. We've seen that one. White Fang's an actual book, though. That's not a joke. There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just imagine sitting on the toilet, it's like, ugh, have it your way. Ugh.
Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Now flush. Whatever that lady's doing right now, I hope she's just having a great day.
Hopefully.
But yeah, apparently she sent that video to her brother and she had no idea that he was going to put it online. So it's like, hey, by the way, you're a star now. Everybody really likes your video. And she's like, which video? Not sitting on the toilet, is it? Maybe it was Tony the Toilet Buddy. Fill me up,
no.
Chandler. I want it all.
You're so good.
Gosh, you're big. You're so big. Put it in me. And of course, there's the squat cobbler.
Touch apple ass.
Come on now, you know what I'm talking about. Squat cobbler, Hoboken squat cobbler. Maybe it's like Hellman's mayonnaise, has a different name west of the Rockies. Touch apple ass. Full moon pie. Come on, what am I talking about here, guys? Boston cream splat.
Boston cream splat.
I remember this prank call from YouTube that was like, apparently there's this one donut shop that they sell, I should say, something that says it's a Boston cream donut, but apparently the Boston cream doesn't have cream in it. So I don't know how the fuck. Yeah, it has like cherries in the middle instead. And the guy gets really fucking mad when people call him out on it, like, yo, what the fuck, I ordered a Boston cream and it's got cherries in it, and the guy's just like, yeah, that's how I make it. Like, well, could you not? You know?
Like,
What's something else?
Like, why would you call it the name of a pretty famous donut and confuse people like that? Like, why don't you just call it, you know, I don't know, cherry-filled donut?
Or cherry jubilee.
Yeah. All right, cherries jubilee, and that's it. But
I thought Cherry was Jean Grey. No, that's terrible. That's a terrible joke.
I don't even get it.
Jubilee, Jean Grey, X-Men.
Oh, that's pretty esoteric.
Yeah, it's a little too esoteric.
Yeah.
I get it. Ain't
Yeah.
but I get it.
Yep, exactly.
Wayne did it the other day. Wayne did a great reverse of that. Like, I'm laughing, but I don't get it. Like, I forgot what you said that about, but you said that. I'm like, that's good. There's a good little reversal there.
Yep. Well, I think we were watching Search for Spock the other night, and I can't remember what I was saying, so kind of baked out of my mind.
See, that's funny, is you were baked for Search for Spock for Not for the Flaming Lips. Oh, Search for Spock's pretty fucking trippy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Especially the scenes on Vulcan. What are you out of your Vulcan mind?
Today's weather on
Those
Vulcan.
Genesis scenes.
You
With
know,
the screaming.
Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
Marty, I dreamed that I was a Klingon warrior.
Well, Doc, that's pretty heavy.
There's that word again, heavy. Is there something wrong with the gravitational pull of the Earth in the future?
Well, I said that, but I said the gravitational pull of Kronos.
I don't think we should hang around each other anymore, Doc.
Your Marty voice is fucking weird, dude.
I know, it's me just kind of like...
You sound like Morty.
Oh, jeez, Rick, oh God.
Yeah, and I hate that show.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdos with their McDonald's Szechuan sauce.
I'm glad that meme finally died.
Yeah, well, because
It went on way too long.
McDonald's was ready to start fucking getting people arrested. I saw this video, like, this guy, he got, like, the last one, And he's like making a big, like people are watching him like drink it from the thing, and he's just like acting like he's coming or something. And they're like, "How is it?" He's like, "It's amazing." I'm like, well, you could make that at home. Just get teriyaki sauce and ketchup, mix it together. You're good to go.
Yeah. It tastes better that way too.
Definitely.
I mean, I saw the one where the kid was jumping on the counter. I'm Pickle Rick. I'm like, oh fuck.
That is like the laziest joke. What I don't understand is like all these weirdos that like that show say, "Oh, you have to be a genius to understand it," and then their big joke is, "I'm Pickle Rick." He's Rick, but a pickle.
How creative.
Yeah, what I don't understand the how you need to be a genius for
Subtlety.
that. There's really only one level on that. Like I get
It's the
it.
same level as there's a.
They'll throw a few physics jokes here and there, but yeah, nah.
But the real smart show is Futurama.
Yeah, that one's witty as fuck.
Yeah. And they have like several like science degrees and stuff. The writers.
So does The Simpsons. They usually get people who are like Harvard graduates.
Yeah. There's a lot of the same people.
Remember when Howard Stern pranked Sal into thinking he was retiring? And, and Sal's all crying and shit because he thinks he's, basically, lost his job and he had no kind of backup plan or anything. And he kept saying that his dream, after the show would be to go, like, write for The Simpsons. And Howard once blew up on him, and he's like, "You're not going to fucking write for The Simpsons. They're not going to hire you because you're an asshole. Like, they get guys that are, like, Harvard graduates. What are you? You play with your dick on radio." You're not exactly on Conan O'Brien's level, That's the thing about Sal is that he thinks, like, if you trick somebody into saying a racial slur on that's the height of genius comedy. Like, oh my god, it's so funny. But he thinks it's smart.
It's like it's kind of played out now.
It's always played out.
I mean, and I like Artie called him out on that once. He says, "Yeah, it's funny, but it's not exactly genius comedy what you do. It's anybody could do that."
It's like it would have been funny if it was like in 2003 or 2 or something like that. But
well, Bill, I'm not saying it ain't funny when he gets people to say stupid shit like that. Like dropping loads and all that. But it's just that he thinks that's brilliant, and it's not. It's easy.
Yeah, it's the low hanging fruit.
Like anybody could do that. It's fucking hacky as shit. He always goes for the easy laugh. Remember that well, he's still around, but that YouTuber Dame Drops?
I think so.
He's like this big dude that reviews fast food in his car. He had Sal on his show once, and I was just like, "What the fuck is this?" What? And it was like Sal making a burger in like a toaster oven, and then yeah, he makes it. He had apparently I didn't know this, but he had his own YouTube cooking show for a while, and everything he made in a toaster oven. So, but anyway, the weird fucking thing is, I'm watching Damn Drops, and all of a sudden there's fucking Sal the stockbroker, and I'm thinking like, I know Sal had to have said something racist to him at some point.
Yeah, it's no surprise.
He had to, because he can never help himself, I'm just thinking, damn. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, didn't he get all creepy at one of Howard's guests at one point? I mean, kind of comes with the territory when you work with Sal and Richard, but
Yeah.
I mean, Richard's a little bit more in an innocent fashion, but Sal.
Nah, Richard's a damn pervert, man.
Yeah.
No, but Sal was really weird about the guys from Kiss. Whenever one of them was on. Richard was weird about Mike Judge.
Yeah. He was also weird about that one of the porn stars that came out, because he like knew all.
Oh yeah. But then they did it. He did his own interview with her, and it was really good.
Like, hi, Carol.
Yeah. Yeah, because he really it's like that King of the Hill, where it's like let the record show that Hank really knows his pornography, But Richard's really that guy who just knows everything there is to know about porn.
The expert.
The sexpert.
The sexplosion.
Mr. Sexplosion. Mr. Explosion.
Like corn.
Like Michael, Mr. Explosion. Oh, man. He has really embraced being called that, too, Elise's husband. Because she's Elise Explosion, and I'm like, he must be Mr. Explosion. And he's like, and he's just his first name is Michael, but it'd be amazing if it was Nathan.
All right, we're gonna be shopping for normal food like regular jackoffs do. And don't buy booze. That ain't food.
We're gonna go to the food library with all the regular dildos.
Oh, the grocery store, you douchebags! Sorry about douchebags. They get low blood sugar.
That show was a little bit of it went a long way.
It got better over time, though.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I could only watch like an episode, and then I'm good. I couldn't binge it. Like, I would enjoy what I was watching when I was watching it, but I'd be like, okay, well, that was good. I'm gonna go watch Squidbillies now or something,
Small doses.
I honestly thought Squidbillies was gonna be like the dumbest shit ever, because I'd see the ads and I'd be like, why does this exist? Why is this a thing? Like, this has got to be the worst show ever. And then I watch it and I'm like, no, this is fucking brilliant.
Yup. Same with the voice actor, though.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, he's a piece of shit. I love that they replaced him with Tracy Morgan, who made no attempt to sound like anything but Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
And this is how I will be talking for the rest of the show. They almost got Dave Willis to do early. But he was just doing the Meatwad voice. God dang it. Rusty, get your damn ass over here. I'll shoot your ass.
I mean, it would have been funny, but nah.
It would have been funny for about a minute.
Old.
I'm like, boy, that's funny till it ain't.
Yep, and Meatwad, it would have lost Meatwad's innocence.
The very first thing I ever heard Meatwad say was, I brought the damn TV. And I don't even remember what episode. It was like the first episode I ever saw of it. And they're arguing about the television and, Shake and Frylock are, and then, like, Meatwad just comes on, I brought the damn TV.
My favorite thing is, that's not as bad as a grill.
I sleep on a damn grill. This is schematics for the Nitomatic. That's pretty cool.
He got sand in his closet.
I eat sand, my diet's bad, my energy is low. And move this. It's alright if you catch it up a little. Don't say sand. I won't. Sand. Hey, Frylock, pull this ass monkey on, full blast. Stop saying ass, beat mud. I said blast. Asshole. But that was another thing that, like, I found out was, like, filtered to me through Marielle. She's like, there's this show. She said what it was called, but I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, there's, like, this box of fries and this, like, meatball and a cup. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Are you okay? Like, what is she saying to me, And the episode that she's trying to describe to me was, like, the one where Meatwad had that fucking video game that was like an Atari game, and then, like, Shake, like, killed himself so he could haunt the video game and mess with him. And he's like, yeah, video Ouija. And he's like explaining it like, she's explaining it like, oh, you know, he hangs himself. And I'm like, he's a cup and he doesn't have a fucking neck. How does that work? She's just like, well, you kind of had to be there, I guess. You know, like. But I realized once I saw it, once I saw it, I was like, okay, A, yes, this is funny, and B, yes, it is very hard to describe to somebody without sounding like
you're insane.
Yeah, you sound like an insane person trying to explain Aqua Teen. Meat Wad, get the money, see? Meat Wad, get the honeys, G.
Do it right now. Pop the balloon. All right, well, you don't have to yell me.
Do what now?
Damn it, he needs a brain.
There was this time when me and Brendan went to the Hot Topic in the mall, and if you're wondering why, it's because, I don't know, Brendan wanted to flirt with this girl that worked there, and
I shopped there once.
Well, I would shop there. There's this girl that Brandon was trying to mac on or whatever, but he brings me there, like, trying to get me to impress her. And like it just seemed weird to me, right? And he's like, oh yeah, he could do the Meatwad voice like perfectly, and all the employees are just like gathered around. Like, oh, we want to hear it. We want to hear it. I'm like, I don't want to do it. You know, I'm not like your little monkey to be, you know, like, oh, well, I'll do the Meatwad. But what? How does this work? I do Meatwad and then you get laid, like, you know?
That's a title too.
Yeah, right. And so he's just like, oh, they're all like, come on, do it. And then Brandon fucking whips out his phone and plays like an old voicemail that I left him as Meatwad. And it's, you know, run and get your ass out of bed, I'm coming over. You know, it was like that. And they're just looking at me like, holy shit. And they're like, come on, you got to do it. And I just went, do what now? But that's all I would do. I was pissed.
I do Meatwad, you get laid.
Like, yeah, like, oh, you bring me to Hot Topic so I can do the Meatwad voice and impress some girl, and then you have sex with her? That doesn't seem fair. Oh, here we go. Let's check Washlight soap supply, Gromit. Can't have him running out suddenly. I don't use soap. Soap is cheating. And I've mislaid my favourite spanner. Keep an eye out. There's a good dog. The first time we were doing this, and I asked the chat on Twitch, I said, so, you know, who would you rather have as your dog companion, Gromit or Snoopy? And the immediate reaction from the entire chat was, well, Gromit, like, Snoopy's a dick.
Snoopy's an ass. Yeah.
Like, well, that's exactly right. I thought that was a hot take, but apparently not. It was a moderate take.
Lukewarm take.
Yeah. People, like, would really be say hot take, and then they'll just say, like, the most normal ass shit.
Or still think that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. Be like, hot take, cookies are delicious. Whoa, man. Slow down. You're going to get canceled. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, hot take? You don't even know what that means.
Look like the unpopular opinion subreddit.
Hot take, I prefer peanut butter cookies than chocolate chip. Not that I hate chocolate chip, but, you know, that really is a lukewarm take. Some people just like it.
Some people like cupcakes exclusively, while I myself care less for them.
Like,
girl, you thought it was a man, but it was a muffin.
Do you want a muffin? No. Why don't you let me die?
What was that from?
ASDF movie number 7.
Oh, okay. I never really. I didn't watch those.
It's the muffin comes on. It's like, somebody kill me.
Yeah, it sounds like something I wouldn't watch.
It's just a bunch of random, like, think Robot Chicken, but even more random.
No, I get the kind of humor. It's like lol cheese XD, you know, and it's like, ugh. I thought we left this back in 2003. So random, lol.
Got your nose. Look out, he's got a nose.
That's something that like Tanya was really into.
Shit.
Do you know what? You know what she was really into, and this makes like perfect sense. She was into that like Foamy the Squirrel.
Oof.
You
Ooh.
would be.
Yeah, I know, and it's like, oh, but this is not the decade that you should be admitting that you watch Foamy the Squirrel. Oh, I don't mean to fall there. Yeah, you know, squirrely rat, like.
That's up there with Annoying Orange.
Well, that was never good.
Yes.
My nephew Bobby was really into that for a hot minute.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he was the age where you... Fuck it. He was the age where you would be... He was like a baby, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, if you're an adult and you watch The Annoying Orange, I think you should probably calm your ass down. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't ever watch children's media. I'm just saying children's media should be a lot better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a new version of Barney that's all CG now. And
Wait, that explains something that I saw on TV, or on the internet, rather. They say it was something like, the live-action movie of Barney, and I'm like, wasn't Barney already in live-action?
yeah. But now they got a CG version.
See, I didn't know that. That explains it now.
Yeah, Barney used to sound just like this, and now he sounds like a drunken adult. Like, this is gonna be the best thing ever. I'm like,
Oof.
what the fuck?
I mean, he already sounded like a drunken adult, just a different kind of booze.
He went from tequila.
Like, you know, everybody knows that one guy who drinks too much and is just like, I love you. You love me.
All right, wrap it up, buddy.
Like, all right, enough of this. Everybody knows that one person, though.
I love you. You love me. It's 3:50 afterwards.
Sir, this is a Wendy's drive-thru.
Yep.
I actually said that to that one guy on last Thursday's Tolkien stream that wouldn't shut the fuck about Mablon.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, sir, this is a Wendy's drive-thru.
And yet he didn't shut up.
Well, I didn't even know you timed him out because it doesn't show me that like Twitch does. And I guess you timed him out, and then he came back and immediately started in on the whole Mablung thing again. It's like, dude, could we just like talk about what we're talking about? And I had to give Sid an extra 5 minutes because so much of his time was eaten up by this asshole.
At first, when I turned away from the computer, I thought you and Sid were arguing. I'm like, what the fuck?
No. I was trying to get this guy to shut the fuck up so that Sid could make the point that he was trying to make.
I'm like, that's I kind of add a character by all three of you. Really chill.
No, and we were really synchronized too, because at one point, Matt accused me of spying on him via Palantir because I apparently said what he was planning to say. and then Laurel, who's also in my writing group, she was in the chat on the Twitch side, and she said something there, and I said, Sid, I think Laurel's cheating. She's spying on you via Palantir because she just said the exact same thing that you told me earlier. Yeah, we're pretty chill. I mean, we've had arguments, but that was like early on. Well, we've had like early on when Matt couldn't get his shit together.
Yeah.
But that wasn't public. You know, none of that was for anybody to hear. That was just, me and Sid being like, dude, you need to chill the fuck out. Just calm your tits. And they're both like the nicest guys too.
Yeah, I can tell.
Oh yeah, they seem like good peeps.
I mean, Matt's the one that sent me the Morgoth coin. Those things are rarer than hen's teeth. As a matter of fact, I didn't know how many of them were out there. And apparently, 100 of them were made. But apparently, the three of us were, well, not really the three, I should say the two of us, because Sid didn't want one. But we were the first ones that actually got any. Because the very day that they went up for sale, they got the notice from the Tolkien estate, you can't sell those coins. And they had to take it down like immediately.
Oh shit!
And they hadn't actually sold any, or if they had, they couldn't actually ship them because it was the same day, you know.
So you legit got like close to a one of a kind type of deal.
Pretty much, yeah. He sent Matt like 15 of them, and Matt sent me one, and I think he sent a few other people in the writers group. Sid declined, but I remember WT was like the only person I ever run into who actually knew what it was, because he goes, "That's actually contraband." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is. It's definitely the rarest Lord of the Rings collectible out there." As they were told, no, you can't sell that particular coin. All the rest of them were fine. It was that one they weren't allowed to sell.
It might be valuable at some point in the future because...
But there's no value because nobody's ever... It's literally priceless. Nobody has ever sold one.
Someone may try at a Pawn Stars or some dumb shit or another.
Well, you know, yeah. See, Rick wouldn't take it. He'd just be like, there's no price for these things. I don't know what I would get for it, and I don't want, you know, Tolkien's grandson, you know, coming at me with an axe.
Like, I'll give you $5 for it.
Best I could do, right? I mean, you know, it's made out of iron, you know. No, I just like having it.
And that's cool.
I mean, I'm not going to sell it. I just like having it. I like having something that pretty much nobody else has.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what if I'm overcomplicating this, but whatever. Here we go. I wanted a good vantage point. I don't need no religion. This much is true. My religion is you. Hey now.
Hey now.
Coming at you. Alright, since this is just like going out to YouTube at some point, and I must have said Ween BC like 1,000 times, Wayne, explain the Ween BC thing for people.
Actually, it was just a typo from me. I was originally trying to type WNEENBC.
Like NBC.
Yeah, and it ended up...
There was no spaces.
Yeah, there was no space, and it just looked like Ween BC.
So, and I'm just like, Ween BC, what is that, Wayne? I don't get it, Ween BC, and you just lost your shit.
I did. I absolutely just fucking died laughing for about 5 minutes.
And I couldn't understand why you're like laughing so much, and then you explained it. I was trying to type WNBC, and I'm like, maybe I read it wrong.
And you did. The way you read it wrong was just even more hilarious.
Well, I read it wrong because there was no space in it, so I'm just like, Ween BC?
And that started a big thing. We just ran with it.
Yeah, Ween BC. WVMX Dick Smasher Radio.
Dick Smasher Radio, WVMX.
The Dick Smasher. 96.9 in the morning. Not that I've ever streamed in the morning. It's always the afternoon or evening.
Jack and Rod in the morning here.
Yeah.
Also, Big Jim Balls and Puker Joey.
The closest I've come to streaming in the morning is at one time I went past midnight.
Yeah, that's right. You streamed. That was like a 12-hour long stream, wasn't it?
Oh well, no, I'm talking about like the current schedule. I mean, I used to stream all night, but that was like once in a while. No, it was like when I was finishing Suikoden 2. I was like, I'm not stopping till we're done. And it was just after midnight when I finally beat him.
Yeah.
Now they have the remakes of Suikoden 1 and 2.
It's so weird how many games I've like played through on stream that like they'll just suddenly announce a remake for. It's happened a bunch of times, like Live Alive and Suikoden 1 and 2 and God, what else? Xenoblade Chronicles Cross.
Your Door.
Yep, Thousand Year Door. I was planning on streaming, and then they announced the remake, and I wanted to stream the remake, but it wasn't going to run well apparently. So.
Dip.
I'll come back to it at some point. We did the Super Mario RPG remake, no problem. Only very minor graphical glitches there. It's just like I'll be talking about something and then it'll happen. There's just a lot of synchronicity that happens.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I literally was saying on stream how a good DLC for this would be Wallace and Gromit. And they announced it, and Alice is just like, you were just talking about that! Like, holy shit.
Sir, you a prophet. You must stand upon the mountaintop and say,
Blah!
well, that too, but treasure of the Rudras.
Yeah, that's the one that we haven't managed to make happen, huh? Alright, I need the ladder, I think. Where is it?
Yeah, maybe we'll get a chapter that isn't, like, thirsty as fuck.
That was the fan translators doing that.
Yep.
Hitomi told me, like, all he said in the original was that she was pretty. I was like, well, that's okay. Like, he said your mother was very beautiful. And they turned that into, yeah, I tried to have sex with her while she was sleeping, and she woke up and kicked my ass. I was like, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
And it's weird. This character had not said anything creepy previous to that, you know, and I'm just like, I'm getting the feeling like I just suddenly play as the female character, and everybody's a creep. But yeah, Hitomi told me none of those jokes were in the original. What's funny is that sometimes I'll expect her to tell me something like that, and she'll be like, no, that was in there. Like that one enemy in Paladin's Quest that was called like a jizz burner. She's like, yeah, it says jizz burner. She actually got her cartridge out and brought up like her old save.
It's like Phantasy Star 2. There's one creature called Sackoff.
Sacco's got a hand up his butt. Sacco sucks.
Scratch my butt, Sacco.
Oh, come on. Oh, Gromit. Gromit, help me. Gromit, these are the wrong trousers. Alright, let's do it like this. There we go. I don't know, one day I was watching like Showtime or something, and between movies they had the wrong trousers, and I was like, I like claymation and shit like that. Let's watch this. And I was like, this is brilliant. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why I'm so into this.
Is that the same people that did the Penny cartoons on Pee-wee's Playhouse? Because the claymation looks very similar.
First one I saw.
Was Vogel?
The wrong trousers.
Yeah. Yeah, that was and that, you know, I saw a Grand Day Out after that, and that Close Shave one too.
I've only seen them very sporadically because they were never on anytime I was really watching TV.
Yeah. Well, there was like 4 shorts or 5, something like that, and there was the feature-length movie. There was also a TV show for a little while. But yeah, they haven't made that many of them. You know, this like basically I think it's 4 shorts and 2 feature-length movies. But they're icons. I mean, Wensleydale. That was from A Grand Day Out. He eats the cheese and goes, Wensleydale. And it was like, they just did it because they thought his expression would be funny. He would have this like toothy expression while saying Wensleydale. And they had no idea that the factory that made the Wensleydale cheese was about to go out of business. And that they essentially like saved the plant, you know. I can't grab this ladder. Oh, there, I got it. Okay.
You ever watch Labyrinth as a child?
Many, many times.
Yeah. They are doing a live performance of those songs. while they play the movie as well. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Check that out.
I heard something about they're making a sequel or something.
I haven't heard anything about the sequel, but
Apparently they are. Apple told me about it. So. Same director and everything, but I mean, I don't know. You obviously won't have David Bowie or Jim Henson, so
no. And Bowie made the movie practically. He was just damn good.
Him and his crotch.
And the funny thing was, he was actually really respectful to Jennifer Connelly too, because she was only 15 at the time of filming.
He's like, I'm not trying to marry you. I'm only playing someone who's trying to marry you.
Yeah.
You remind me of the Babe. What Babe?
Babe with the power. What power?
Power of voodoo.
Who do?
You do.
Do what?
I saw my baby.
I guess we'll do over here now.
I saw a meme that, like, if you watch this movie, you knew people with mental illness, and I'm like, I don't know about the mental illness. I just know who the cool kids were who watched that.
These days, it would be if you've watched this movie, it's time to schedule your colonoscopy. Colonoscopy is like when this doctor puts a camera up your bunghole. You have to get it like every 5 years. It's mandatory. Why? They say it's like to check for scallops or something, but I think it's because it's funny.
Take a bow, Beavis.
Yeah, he kept tapping him in the fucking sack. That was pretty good, Beavis. Take a bow. Do you think it would be cool to score with an octopus? No. I mean, I liked Labyrinth and everything, but apparently I found out much later that it was a lot of people's, like, sexual awakening. They were haunted by David Bowie's crotch.
Yeah, that's a song title.
Haunted by David Bowie's crotch.
See, I think like the Flaming Lips would do that too, like because they had that song "Is David Bowie Dying?" So now that he's gone, they can finally do "Haunted by David Bowie's Crotch." Techno Trousers Manual, check it out. And Wuthering Whites with the fucking penguins on it. But yeah, that's a reference to Wrong Trousers, absolutely. The wrong bloody trousers. But yeah, I watched the short, and then they had like the making of right after it. So I watched that too. Cracking toast, Gromit. I can go for some toast. Remember, all toasters toast toast. It's like, no. Like, no, yeah, no, Mario. Toasters toast bread. You're an insane person. I want Mario to tell us the definition of insanity.
If you touch its head, just get bread.
I heard about something called a toast sandwich. And I thought, well, that has to be they're making that up. That's not a real thing. I looked it up. It was like on Wikipedia, and apparently, yes, there is a such thing as a toast sandwich. And essentially, what you do is you make a slice of toast, and you butter it up real good, and then you put it between two slices of untoasted bread, and you eat it like a sandwich.
Yeah, it's poverty food.
And I'm just thinking, like, if you have a toaster, like, I get it's poverty food and everything, but if you have a toaster and like butter, why wouldn't you just toast all 3 slices and just butter them all up and eat toast? Why do you need a toast sandwich? Seems like a lot of extra steps are involved. Ugh.
It's just a sandwich. It's like some meat in between some bread. And I would like to lick that sandwich.
The brood which cannot be disassembled. Well, I did.
I did. I ate it. It's gone.
What about the sun-dried tomatoes? I actually liked sun-dried tomatoes. I think Shake was wilding out. They make a surprisingly good pizza topping.
Congratulations, you you resisted the temptation of the Brood Witch. What? Oh, really? What did I win? Free brain surgery. No, that's what I'm talking about. Now eat them.
Yeah, now eat it. He just like swallows the thing. Boy, out of context. That was amazing. Or as I used to say, out of context and out of this world. Like, Moogle's not saying much, but every once in a while, we're hearing...
He'll sleep eventually.
Moogle's sleepy. Oh, here we go. Crisis averted, grommet. Spanner located behind left ear. Who'd have thought it? See, I would have thought Grommet would be able to send texts, but... Well, he can. He just chooses emotes. I'd explain the difference between an emote and an emoji, but then some weirdo will clip it and send it everywhere.
Oh no.
So I was like wondering, why is me playing one of the like a Metroid fan game and explaining the difference between an emote and an emoji, like one of my highest viewed clips. And I look, who made this clip? Noun. That makes sense.
Oh, of course.
She had this weird obsession over clips that she's made of, not just of me, but of any streamer being like, having like more views. So she'd make a clip and just like share it everywhere, and but she was weird about it. I know what you're thinking, Noun being weird about something. Who'd have thunk it? Not our Noun. You think this is bad? This chicanery? Hey.
Oh, at least she done hit in the sunroof.
Well, look. I don't think she can handle a Chicago sunroofing. She had her catalytic converter stolen, and she was acting like, you know, somebody... She was acting like somebody came to her house and punched her in the face. Like, alright, they stole the thing off your car. That sucks. It kind of happens all the time. But she was like acting all traumatized and shit, and I'm like, Jesus, how attention-starved are you?
I know, the chick I was talking to, she had her fucking car keyed.
Key, damn, that's personal when somebody does that. That's you've pissed somebody off.
Yeah.
It's like, Al, who did you piss off?
Yeah, that was my first thing that came into mind.
Yeah.
Like, who'd piss off.
I mean, it could have been a crazy ex or something.
And that's my thought too.
Yeah. Yeah, the first thought is like, hey, what did you do though?
It's like, somebody keyed my car, carved the word slut on my driver's door.
Oh,
I'm like, what the fuck?
that's sad. Yeah, at least she doesn't share a Facebook account with somebody.
Oh,
no.
shit.
Like, June would get into these arguments with people on Facebook, and then somebody would be like two people. And June would be like, all right, which one of you cheated? And they would always get so pissed.
Plot twist. We're ethically non-monogamous.
Well, then you could still have two different accounts, right?
I know.
They just call that poly these days, but they don't usually share a Facebook account. That's fucking weird.
Mhm.
I'd say Facebook shouldn't allow that, but then again, there's a lot of things Facebook shouldn't allow.
Facebook shouldn't allow Facebook.
Yeah, they should probably go and just ban themselves at this point.
Yep.
Let's just, you know, nuke it for more, but it's the only way to be sure. Game over, man. Game over.
I mean, really, the only reason why I have it is just to keep in contact with
With
former work
family
friends.
and stuff like that. Yeah, it's the only
about
reason
it.
I have it.
I don't participate or get in the online pissing match.
I do like watching the reels though.
Yeah, I do too. It's like kind of my little doom scroll.
No, I just watch like dogs and stuff like that.
I get a lot of thirst trappy stuff, and I'm like, what did I view that like instigated the whole thirst trappy stuff?
You only have to click on one.
Yeah, and then that's probably the problem. And usually it follows up with like a cat video or something like.
Yeah, but I get like if there's a video of any kind of like big dog, any kind of pit bull or a Rottweiler or a Mastiff doing something cute, it's going to be shown to me. It will come up on my feed, and I will view it.
The Mastiff ones are cute too because they're so fucking cute.
Yeah, I watched one of a person who brought the Mastiff to the store, and this dog's just in his element, just making friends with everybody, and he's gigantic. But then I also sometimes get food crimes, and that's when I choose violence. That's when I choose violence. You've probably seen some of the comments I've left on the food crime videos.
Yeah.
There was this one dude that... Okay, the video was just called Fried Chicken, so I didn't expect anything bad, right? He takes an entire chicken and batters it up and then lowers it into this like vat of oil with a coat hanger. He did this, by the way. And he fried it for maybe like 2 minutes. And he took it out of there, and it doesn't show him like he's like, "Ooh, it's gonna be good," you know. I'm thinking that's raw, sir. That's, you know. And of course, it didn't show him like cutting into it or anything like that because he only had it in there for fucking 2 minutes. But the weirdest thing was in the same video, he made jalapeno poppers, and he put them in the oven for like 45 minutes. It's like jalapeno poppers don't take that long, and chicken takes a lot longer. You've got this backwards, sir. There we go. That's all the walls and everything. What is this thing? A costume rack? Rack.
Yeah, the food crime one. There's ones that are just like flat out gross, and I'm just like, nope. Next.
Yeah, and I'll leave an angry comment, but then I'm like, I just know Facebook's gonna show me more, but I don't care. I must be heard.
Yeah, somebody had a Boreable dog. Those are fucking huge dogs. And he was just
wait,
big teddy bear.
Was it a huge dog or was it a horse?
I mean, you could classify it as either one.
No, I remember that scene in The Legend of Heroes when the huge dogs, and the girl's just like fuck's wrong with you, dude? Man, those are horses.
Yeah, even your reaction was pretty legendary too. It's like, oh god.
Like this fucking kid. Like, I get it. Okay, like I get it. You're 14. You're stupid, but you cannot think that horses are huge dogs. Every time horses show up on stream, Moogle's just like, huge dogs.
Even I'll do that.
Yeah. I'll forget that that's a thing until one of y'all does that. Huge dogs. That's a huge bitch. Bitches of unusual size.
Is like a Boreable? Yeah, that dog will take me out for a walk. It's a 220-pound dog.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're heavy. They're big chonkers.
And I'm like 2 and some change. I'm not that.
So if the dog wants to walk, the dog's going to go for a walk.
Exactly.
It's like, we're going for a walk. I'm really kind of tired. I wasn't asking. The dog has the leash and it smells like walkies. I also watch like a lot of like crocodile videos. Alligators and crocodiles and shit. I'm into that kind of
Swamp-
shit.
Swamp puppies.
Yeah,
Cool.
exactly. The swamp puppies. They are fucking adorable. I wouldn't want to have one around, but they are fucking adorable. There was one video that upset me, though. I remember talking about it on Discord once, where it was just like alligators being fed, and I was like, oh, I'm into this, right? And this lady, she has them all in this, like, enclosure, and she's got the tong thing to feed them chicken, and, they come up and they're like, ooh, boy, chicken, and they all come up to get their food, and they're all excited, and she keeps, like, teasing them. She keeps, like, putting the food near their mouths and then jerking it back before they could eat it.
Oh.
And I'm just like, if I saw that, I would just, like, push her in. And be like, oh, man, what a tragedy. She fell in. She was teasing the alligators and laughing really hard like an asshole. And then she slipped and fell.
Don't laugh too hard.
Yeah. If only they were well fed, they probably wouldn't have eaten her. But yeah, I was pretty pissed about that.
I get the ones where they're like the crocodile hunter type. It's like, I'm looking for the 20-foot python, and here's a bunch of stuff.
It's in my pants.
Yeah.
We need to-
A good one. Oh, that was timed perfectly.
It's the most obvious joke ever. Come on.
The 20-foot python. Oh, look, there's a swamp puppy, and he's like showing a bunch of gators. in the
Yeah.
fucking lake, and he's in Florida and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'll start calling gators swamp puppies at this point.
A lot of people call them that. There was this one guy that I watched that he's got two alligators in an enclosure in, like, I guess essentially in a garage, He's got this, they got a pool and they're decked out,
Right.
And he's an expert at this kind of thing, so he knows what he's doing, right? So I guess one of them got a scratch on his, well, one's a guy and one's a girl, and he says they're married. But they, like, he had a wedding ceremony and everything for his alligators. But he didn't want them living in sin, I guess. Anyway.
Gator sin.
Yeah. He, the one of them had, like, a scratch on its, like, snout, and he's like, oh, what happened? You got a scratch there? Come here. And it swims right up to them. And these guys, they're well fed. They're not going to attack you, really, And he's like, let me look at it. Let me see if I can make it better. And the alligator's just calmly sitting there, and he fucking takes this tiny Band-Aid out and puts it on the alligator. He's like, there we go, all fixed up.
Jesus.
Cheeses? Where's their cheeses, Gromit? Let's go get us some cheeses. Oh yeah, so the Wensleydale people were so fucking over the moon about the fact that they were featured in a Wallace and Gromit cartoon. Well, it was the first ever one, but it was a big deal. It was a very successful short, and that people started buying their cheese again, and it saved their whole business that they put Wallace and Gromit on the packaging of their cheeses. And they're like the official mascots of Wensleydale cheese now.
I'm sure that cheese is really good, too.
I'm sure it is. I mean, like I said, they only picked it because they thought it would be funny to animate Wallace saying it, but they have to live up to that now because Wallace is like Mr. Cheese Hound here, so if he says it's good, then it better be.
Yeah.
Somebody's like friggin' rainbow coming here. I think so. Whoever it was that did this, let's be real, it was Wallace. Because remember, we saw the rainbow footsteps coming down here, and it went right to. You could still see some of them there, right to there, and they must have gotten in here and gotten washed off by the auto wash. Like, let's be real, it was Wallace. You know those Baby Bell cheeses?
Yeah.
You know what kind of cheese that's Edam? It's EDAM. It's actually made backwards. It took you a moment. Then you're like, Edam's made backwards.
I thought about it for 2 seconds.
You're like, ah, fuck you.
Hey, you got me with Mind Goblin.
I got everybody with the Mind Goblin, it feels like. Some people I got twice with it.
I got my nephew twice with it.
Nice. Mind Goblin that is nuts. Like, I remember, Moogle, you should talk. You fucking fucked it up once, and we went in there and raided somebody with the Mind Goblin message, and you went, Mindy's nuts. And I'm like, you left out the goblin part.
So
Jeez.
You did that. I mean, thankfully the person understood the joke regardless, but...
There's cheese ball.
Was that Cheeseball? Yeah. Mindy's nuts. Like, no, that doesn't... That's not... No. That ain't it.
there was, I could go for some man and cheese.
Man,
Oh,
I was talking to him about that today. I'm like, were you on your phone? It was an autocomplete. He's like, no, I was on my laptop. I'm like, how? Like, I can understand Cheeseball a little bit because, like, you're typing cheese and you just... Muscle memory kicks in, I guess. Now, how do you get the man part? The N and the C are not the same finger. They're not even the same hand on the keyboard. And he's just like, I guess I was tired.
why you not?
Yeah. Tired and craving some man.
By the way, how's Candace?
Candace dick fit in your mouth. Or I tried to do that to you, but you know somebody named Candace and you were all weirded out by the question. I was like,
fine.
Yeah, you're like, she's why, fine, why? You're like weird about. Then I said, Candace dick fit in your mouth, and you're like, oh, okay. You were so weirded out because you know somebody named Candace, which I can understand that complicates the joke.
I know 2 Candaces, and one likes to go by Candy.
Well, that's acceptable.
Yeah.
She can do whatever the fuck she wants, I guess. It's totally a stripper name, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, and she hates that Bow Wow Wow song with the passion of 1,000 burning suns.
Well, I can understand that. I can relate to that. Oh man, oh man. Alright, I'm gonna start speeding this up a bit. Not because I'm in a hurry, but... And I don't like to make these jobs go too fast, but I'm kind of hungry. I need food in or around my mouth.
I got Mexican food.
Oh, damn, what'd you get?
I got, well, I don't think it's considered it's more like Tex-Mex, but...
That's good, too.
Burrito, adobo chicken burrito.
Yeah, it's more... Well, that's very... Spanish fusion is what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black beans, rice, salsa roja, and cheese.
She's eating all the empanadas with the wrong sauces. Not the verde, the roja, the roja.
Yeah, Taco Bell brought back the caramel apple empanadas for a hot minute, and now they're gone.
See, I didn't even know they were gone to begin with. I would get those every once in a while.
They were so good, too.
You know, yeah, they were good. It's just like I don't just think of Taco Bell and like dessert, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't like those fake churros that they have.
Oh, those are terrible.
They really are. Like they
So,
I don't know, they taste like
so dry.
a whole lot of nothing. It's like, oh, look, nothing. Digital style.
Those are nasty ass silicone bites.
Those are greasy as fuck, dude. They're not
Yeah.
good, yeah. But Taco Bell breakfast is pretty dope. Sausage Crunchwrap, yo.
Yeah.
Sausage Crunchwrap is goated.
The steak Crunchwrap is like...
I never actually tried the steak one because like what happened was like I went and I tried the bacon one and it was mid.
Yeah,
you
it is
know.
very mid.
So I was like, all right, let's try sausage. And the sausage one was like so good that I became obsessive and I just kept getting that. And I was told myself like, oh, I should try the steak one day. But every time I went there, I'd be just like, sausage Crunchwrap, please.
Yeah, no, the steak is like next level.
I love that they put the potato in there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so.
Which brings me to a story I can tell regarding Facebook.
Uh-oh.
So I saw a sponsored post from McDonald's, and it was a video of like people in their cars, getting breakfast early in the morning, where it's like it's like still dark out, and they on the way to work, and they stop and get breakfast, and they all do the same thing. They order the sandwich, whatever it is, and the hash brown, and then they show them all putting the hash brown in the sandwich. And I looked at the comments, and it was a lot of people like, "Hey, I do that too," that kind of thing, right? And I noticed that whoever was running the McDonald's Facebook was hitting like heart react on like every single comment. So I was like, I'm going to challenge myself here. I'm going to try to make a comment that they will not heart react to, but they will also not remove. Like, I don't want to put something like, fuck you and your breakfast sucks or something like that, which is untrue because McDonald's breakfast is great. But I didn't want to say something that they were going to be offended by, I just wanted to see if I could post something that they're not going to hit like on. And I did. And I just put, Taco Bell puts the hash brown on the sandwich for you. Of course, they didn't heart react it. It's true, It's like it's just one less step you have to take. You just bite into the motherfucker.
I haven't had McDonald's in ages either.
I haven't had it in years except for like coffee. I haven't had food from there in quite a while, but if I was to go, it would probably just be for breakfast,
Yep.
Can't talk shit about that McGriddle.
Yeah.
Sausage McMuffin.
Yeah, the sausage is the way to go. That guy, that Sam, what's his face dude, the Italian dude on like... Oh, wait, never mind. I say, Wash Lad's done a marvellous job on those walls. I can almost see my face in those bricks. Well, you've probably slammed your face into those bricks a few times, Wallace. Oh, that's it? Okay. So anyway, he was doing a thing where they were talking about those, different kinds of breakfast sandwiches, and they were arguing over sausage versus ham. And then one guy's like, I like bacon, and they just look at him like he's insane, They're like, bacon? Oh yeah, sure. I'll get a third of the meat for the same third of the amount of meat for the same price. What are you, insane? Listen to this joker. It is true. Like whenever if you get bacon instead of sausage, you get like these like 2 little slices of bacon, and that's like, yeah, they're like, here, fuck you.
If even 2.
Yeah, and it's like, but I don't know. They just cheap out for some reason with bacon.
Yeah. Sometimes they take one piece and they split.
Oh yeah. It'll be 2 half slices.
Yeah, they fuck you over that way.
Like they fuck you with the bacon. They fuck you with the bacon. We need Joe Pesci to do that.
They fuck you with the.
Can we make Lethal Weapon 5 just so he could do that?
I thought they made Lethal Weapon 5.
No, they made a TV show.
Ugh.
And the guy who played Riggs was insane in that too. It's like nobody can play Riggs and not be insane.
I mean, Mel Gibson is just naturally insane. Anyway,
Yeah, but I'm saying that, and then they made the TV show, and the guy who played Riggs in the TV show turned out to be a crazy shitter too. And he got fired, and then they were going to try to do the show without him, and then they realized, yep, no, and they just that's how it got canceled. I never watched it. It was supposedly pretty good though, but I never saw it. Yeah, we need like just to have like Chris Rock and somebody else be in Lethal Weapon, but have Joe Pesci be there. They fuck you with the bacon. They fuck you with the bacon. This is why I order sausage. Oh man, give me that serotonin from each little ping. Fault.
I see you got the machine that goes bing.
We are the knights who say bing.
Whoa.
Ew, coming at you, Ween, BC. How is this chair still dirty? Oh, it's this whole side. Hey, now. Yeah. I'm only going fast now because I'm like, I want food.
I am in the mood. The mood for food.
I need food in and around my mouth. You said that about the picture yesterday. The sandwiches I made. The cubanos.
Yeah,
They
shit
were
looked good.
when you posted that, they were already gone.
Damn. I believe it though. I mean,
Yeah.
if they're that good, I mean,
They were, and I was hungry. Hold on, I saw something.
I can imagine. Instead of like a regular mustard, use like a spicy mustard. But your ingredients also sent it.
Well, I did add spice to it.
Yeah.
So if you use a
High-end
spicy, if you use a spicy mustard, you just be saving a step.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was real simple.
Because pickles.
Mustard, a little bit of mayo, not a whole lot. You don't want to go crazy. Lots of what do you call it? The parsley. You know what I gotta do? I gotta do like that. And salt and pepper, obviously. There we go.
I get TikTok videos of like how to make garlic noodles and shit like that too. And like, goddamn, I want that shit in and around and all over my mouth.
Oh, it's that one. Okay. I'm not saying I'd fuck a sandwich like that one guy on Twitter, but I'd let that sandwich fuck me in the mouth. See, when I said that the first time, I wonder how many people got what I was talking about that guy on Twitter.
I didn't, but then you explained it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah, there was a time, for anybody who doesn't know, where a little while on Twitter, McChicken was trending.
Oh God.
Yeah, and
No.
if you looked into it, apparently a guy went to a McDonald's, ordered himself a McChicken sandwich, took it home, and then had sex with it.
That's so
What a way.
And yeah, I remember you remember that fucking Angry Grandpa show? They did a thing where they pranked him. They brought him McChickens, and then they showed him the video. They were like, "Oh yeah, this guy we met at McDonald's. He's a fan of yours, and he wanted to buy you lunch, and here it is." And he's eating these sandwiches, and he goes, "Oh, and he made a video," and he shows him the video, and he goes, "What the hell? What's he doing?" And he's like, "By the looks of it, that sandwich right there that you're eating." And he starts freaking out and puking and everything. He's whipping his willy in my sandwich. God damn it! And then he had to explain that it was a prank and everything. And of course, because it's fake as fuck, it took him a really, he never calmed down. But he explained, it's like, just for anybody who knows, this video is not hard to find. Remember for a while, I would go to McDonald's and I'd be like, I kind of want a McChicken, but I don't want to, make them think that I want one. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the internet trend for a while. It was, people getting really drunk by putting, dousing tampons with shit tons of alcohol and shoving them out their butt. And
Why?
yeah,
It just seems unpleasant.
Ugh.
but it's supposed to get you drunk, like really, really fucking drunk.
Yeah, but
Why did you want?
doesn't seem that enjoyable. It just seems like a lot of extra steps towards something that you can just do a lot, maybe slower, but more pleasant. I'm sorry to say it, but I don't deal well with things going in my booty.
This is very true.
And I know that sometimes doctors have to check things out and whatnot, and I'm not saying that that I don't let them, but I don't like it. I really, really don't like it. It's unpleasant.
Don't get me wrong. If I'm married and my girlfriend or wife or something at the time says, "Hey, can you get me some tampons? I need them," I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, I'll champion. I'll hold those.
Oh, I got no issue with going to the store and buying tampons for somebody, but I'm not putting it in my butt, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if I'm buying like some vodka or something because I need some, it'd be nice to have a little alcohol, and then I'm buying vodka and tampons.
Oh, yeah, you're like, well,
I have the wonder of the clerk is like,
you got to go to
like you're about to have a fun night.
two different stores, right? You got to go to 2 different stores. That's like we used to play this game of like the weirdest combination of things you can buy, and like. I think like one of them was like cough syrup and rubber gloves and condoms. I heard this story about this guy who was in like a New York City bodega, and guess who fucking shows up is Willem Dafoe. So Willem Dafoe comes in. I guess he had an apartment really close to this place, and he comes in and he buys all these like energy drinks and fucking extra large condoms, like magnums, And the guy is trying to like holy shit, there's Willem Dafoe buying energy drinks and condoms, and he's trying not to be weird about it, trying not to stare at him, but he's definitely noticing what's going on, And he says Willem notices him and looks at him and gives him that big fucking smile that he had and goes, "It's gonna be a wild night."
Another time, Spider-Man.
I saw a video with him where they were giving him lines from his movies to see if he would recognize them. And he pretty much recognized all of them. But it gets to the one from Speed 2. It's like, they took the copper out of my blood, that. And he says, like I enjoyed doing that movie, and people give me crap for it all the time, but it was fun, and I got to do all these crazy facial expressions, and it was a good time. And I was like, damn, he's such a nice guy. He won't even talk shit about Speed 2. Where's that fucking ladder?
I remember The Last Temptation of Christ.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. Yeah. Oh, there. I mean, I've seen him in so many good movies that I don't mind seeing him in a bad movie every once in a while,
Right.
Like, what was that that we watched recently? Poor Things. He was in that. That was really good.
Yeah.
It was an Antichrist.
He was also in the
Antichrist. He had a stunt cock.
Yep.
He was also in that Saturday Night movie.
Oh, yeah. He was in Saturday Night. And that was good, too. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. But, yeah, in Antichrist, he had a stunt cock. And apparently Lars von Trier said that the reason that they had a stunt cock, he was willing to do nudity, but he said he was so distractingly large that they had to get like a, more normal-sized man to do the cock scene. Because apparently if you saw it, you would think, oh, that's got to be fake. Like Boogie Nights.
I slammed my penis in the car door.
Yeah, well, apparently for him, you'd need an Escalade. But yeah, like, apparently he's so, endowed that if, it's comically large, so. Can't show it on screen. People think it's CGI or something.
Dr. Octopus?
I'm something of a porn star myself. Apparently, when he was doing the new Spider-Man, the one that had like everybody in it, like he scared the shit out of everyone because he was in character. So he's just walking around being the Green Goblin and scaring the shit out of the whole cast and crew. He's not a method actor or anything. I think he just thought it was funny.
He's not Daniel Day-Lewis.
Well, method actors are usually very good actors, but I don't think he does that. But yeah, I think he just thought it was amusing to be the Green Goblin. There we go.
Deep down, he wanted to do it again, too.
What's that?
He wanted to do it again, too.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying just to be in character the whole time is,
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Oh, okay. What is missing on this friggin' stool thing? Oh, the stool sample.
Stool.
I was like 10 years old when I found out that the scientific word for poop is stool, and I thought it was the funniest shit ever. Wait, why is this moving now? I didn't mean to make it move. It moves. Wait a minute. Gunny's barking, but I think I also heard a dog from one of you guys' end.
I don't have any dogs around here.
That's weird. I swear
Yeah.
I heard somebody. Maybe Moogle was just baying at the moon. I don't know.
Oh, there's a dog here. It's just asleep.
It's like, oh yes, the song of my people. Allow me to sing you the song of my people. Oof, oof, oof. When you get Moogle laughing and he just doesn't stop. What was that one time I had him going and he just kept going and going and going, and every time I opened my mouth he would just keep going. I forgot what it was about though.
I don't remember.
I think I was just imitating him. Like I did it once and he laughed, and then I kept doing it and he just was losing his shit the whole time. It was like only me and him on the call. There were no witnesses to this. I definitely hear noises happening from over there, but they're like, you know, sleepy dog noises. Get the camera, Moogle sleepy. Maybe over here? Yo, this one barrel is pissing me off.
Is it? It's probably a doctor. That's why.
Well, barrel's my fucking good luck charm right now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because I was like, finally, I'll tell Barrel about what happened with EV and everything, because he'd want to know. And he was like, oh man, I had heard they were in the hospital, but I didn't know about all this, that they were missing for so long, and I just finally got them all up to date, told Barrel the whole thing, and then fucking EB logs on. It was like, I was still talking to Barrel, and I get that ping from June, like, EB's back, and I'm like, what? And and then I had a message Barrel like, hey, never mind, they just appeared.
Ooh.
I'm like, you are now my good luck charm. Baba bunghole. Oh, there's different floors. No man can defeat the almighty bunghole.
Okay, Cornholio, go this way now.
Are you threatening me? And the guy was like, yeah, well, maybe I am. My favorite gags in the movie is when he's like staring at the Nixon's portrait. And he's just like, are you threatening me?
What do you say he's from Lake Titicaca?
Caca. Titicaca. Agua for my bunghole. Lake Titicaca. Where the hell is that? Nicaragua. Nicaragua. Agua for my bunghole. This kid's messed up. Just drop him off in Mexico.
Bork, give him a cavity search.
Yeah.
I'm talking rotor.
Don't stop till you hit the back of his teeth. So you're telling me this film is about cavity searches? That's what Robert Stack said to Mike Judge, because he only had the pages from his parts. The hell's a bunghole? You are a bunghole, and so am I. There will be other bungholes after me.
I was supposed to do this voiceover stuff earlier today, but they postponed it till May. But the cool thing was,
Till May?
Like, yeah.
Damn.
But well, it was like a something for the military.
Okay.
So
Be all you can be, a bunghole.
yeah, right. No, the good news is they're actually keeping me for other projects too. So.
That's good. You can, go to other countries and meet interesting people and kill them. You start doing all the lines from Full Metal Jacket.
We kill people before 7 a.m. and sometimes we kill people all day. Today, Army rocks.
Like, how tall are you? 6'5". 6'5". I didn't know they stack shit that high. You know that guy, that Arlie Ermy guy? He was not supposed to be in the movie. He was just this drill instructor that they had to like punch up the dialogue and make sure it was all realistic and everything. But apparently he kept saying, "No, they're fucking it up. He's not doing it right. You know, they're not getting it." And I said, "Well, why don't you fucking do it?" And he did it. And he became a famous actor when he wasn't even an actor.
Got paid good money for it too.
Yeah. He got to be in the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
He was in that game Double Switch as well.
Yeah, he did a lot. He was pretty much typecast as like that one thing, but it worked for him. He was in The Frighteners too, which is a really good movie.
Well, he didn't do the drill sergeant thing in Double Switch. He was just kind of like the doofus janitor.
Yeah. Well, he didn't do it in Texas Chainsaw Massacre either. He was like a sheriff, but he was a cop, you know. But still, it was kind of the same sort of vibe, you know. But yeah, it's like this dude wasn't even an actor. He was like literally a drill sergeant. And he's like, "Nah, they're fucking it up," you know.
Corey Haim was in that the Double Switch as well. It was like Corey Haim, Debbie Harry, Arlie Erny.
All right, what else? Okay, let's see what we've missed here. Auto wash control vent. Well, this is the auto wash, ain't it? Where's there a control vent? That's auto dry. It should be lit up. I mean, this is the Knit-O-Matic. That's the auto dry. That's the auto knit. That's the Knit-O-Matic.
Show me your tits, my dear.
Oh, it knows. I want to see your tits, my dear.
That's right, dude. That's right. You are right.
Oh, damn, Snarf. Could you just, like, shut up for 5 minutes?
Thunder! 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 I'm going way too high.
I don't get it. It says whatever it is, this auto wash control vent, I have it 91% clean. It should be flashing, but I don't know what it is. This is the auto wash right here. That's the costume rack. Maybe I need a bird's eye view. Do y'all see anything flashing white?
Man, I don't know anything.
All right, let me come back to that one. Let's see. Auto wash fresh water pipe. Pipe.
Sharing that brain cell.
Oh, washing the pipe. Washing the pipe. All right, that's done. And we got the bully-proof vest boxing glove. I thought I cleaned that. Apparently not. That went up somebody's ass. Knit-O-Matic exit door. Well, here's the Knit-O-Matic. Where would the exit door be? I don't know what the Knit-O-Matic exit door... Oh! It's this thing.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. The Snoozatron sheep counter. I don't remember seeing a Snoozatron. Oh, that's the Snoozatron, apparently. And it counted 499 sheep. But only one bunghole. There we go. All right. Two of the wall lights. I thought I got them all. All right, that one's clean. Oh, that one right there.
Pew, pew, pew.
Probably just go up like this. Whoop. All right, that's one.
One.
Oh, that one right there. All right. So the very last thing... Oh, there's two things. Auto wash control vent and auto knit wool spanners. Two of the wool spanners are... I know what those are. Well, one of them was behind Wallace's ear, apparently. These two things. I don't know how he can get this motherfucker behind his ear, but... Well, he does have some pretty big fucking ears.
Yeah.
There we go. So the very last thing is this auto wash control vent, and I have no idea where it is, even though I've apparently cleaned most of it. Oh. I mean, this thing right here. Oh, there it is. It's this.
Yep.
Hey!
Yeah.
And I got all knitted up. Let's see. This took 2 hours. It was a big job, but somebody had to do it.
You said big job.
Yeah. Boy, heck, it's like a brand new basement, Gromit. All new contraptions are washing wonder. Tell you what, with Knit-O-Matic all lovely and gleaming, let's take her for a spin. New socks all around, eh, old pal? Before we stop, we have to see what the next one... Oh, the vehicles. From Close Shave. Let's take a look at it real quick. You know, because Gromit rides that fucking motorcycle, and there's Wallace's car. Well, the bakery truck.
This game is like so relaxing in some.
It really is.
Weird.
There's the Snowmatron. There's the trousers. And the plane, yeah. Nice. Wonder how far I can wander off. Not very far. No, let's see. There is at least one achievement for this, right? Let's see. All right, now we're motoring is for beating the level, but is there something else? Clean the techno trousers first. All right, well, we'll have to remember to do that. But they're the wrong trousers. Well, for those of you watching on YouTube, we'll see you guys next time. Honk.